And it's sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
So I know with our schedules, it's tough to go to sleep at the same time as our significant others.
Yeah.
My wife goes to bed after I'm in bed. Does Tim?
Sometimes on Mondays, he's got to get up real early for a meeting. So sometimes he'll go to bed with me on Sundays.
Okay.
That's nice.
Mallory?
We go to bed at the same time every night.
Every night, huh?
That's cool.
Every night's awesome.
Wow.
Rafe?
No. Not once. Not a single time. The best I can hope for is that she's not beating on pots and pans at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. Scott, your wife?
Yep, we go to bed at the same time.
Same time, huh?
Every
Nice.
night. Yeah.
Same time.
She
I know my
gets up
wife
early?
tries to, come to bed as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But, with the kids and everybody, it's, my house is chaos.
Yeah. No, I think my wife does that. Like you said, does she get up early? She actually does. She started to get up almost the same time I do now,
That's
just so she can
wonderful.
actually have a really long morning to herself.
Well, do you go to bed at the same time as your significant other? Maybe you should. Because according to a new study, couples who get into bed around the same time are generally happier than couples who don't. And it doesn't matter whether they're doing like physical stuff or not. Mm-hmm. People just like being in bed together to watch shows, to talk, to read, or even simultaneously scroll on their own phones. It's just being in bed with the one you love, your partner, is better for your relationship.
I like it.
Yeah, we do very much enjoy it. The last portion of our day is with one another, and that's it. But that's it.
Yeah, I do cherish those times where we do have all right, everybody's doing their own thing, just lay in bed. I'm like, yeah. It doesn't have to be necessarily physical stuff. It could be just, hey, there you are.
Helps.
Yeah, just that connection.
Yeah.
Especially after the chaos of the day, just at the end, hey, it's just you and I.
I asked Tim last night. He didn't have to get up early today. And I said, hey, want to come lay down and I'll fall asleep. We can watch Game of Thrones. And he declined my offer. And he stayed in the living room. Doing God only knows what.
It's because you made him sit next to you.
Watching Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, he was seeing the Khaleesi on his own.
On his own time. Well, the researchers found couples who go to sleep at different times reported less satisfaction in their relationships and felt less connected to their partners overall.
Are you guys watching the show? I mean, when you watch a show together, is it okay for the other person to watch a show and get ahead?
For this one, yeah, I've already seen Game of Thrones. I've already gone through the series.
Oh, I see. Okay, never mind.
So if he wanted to skip ahead and do whatever to the Khaleesi last night, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already seen it.
Okay, that's a little bit different.
But new show, like Righteous Gemstones, absolutely
dude,
not. Sacred.
We have been. I've been out of town, for a show or something, and come home, and she had watched 20 minutes or something. I was like, I mean, like personal.
How dare you?
Personal
How dare you?
offense. Like what? I mean, that happened like once.
That's so hard, though, because there's always
Never
a
happened
sleeper.
again.
There's a sleeper in every company.
you?
Yeah, I don't.
Tina's
I
a
can't-
sleeper.
I can't.
I
do it anymore.
can't. We get 10 minutes into something. She'll spend 40 minutes trying to decide what to watch on Netflix, falls asleep before the credits are over. And then I'm like, well, I'm in now. I'm watching.
She's my
it.
people.
So we've tried. I will say, since I started this job, though, it has been nice. Like Saturday nights when she's home, kind of feels like when you first start, because we're not sleeping in the same room. So when it's Saturday and I don't have to get up early and we can sleep in the same bed, it kind of feels like, oh, a girl's sleeping over. You know what I mean?
How about
like
that?
Like
Heck
New
yeah.
and spicy.
It just feels like, it's nice.
Yes.
Having a reprieve from it makes you appreciate.
Yes.
When
The moment you do have together.
Yeah.
When did you decide, like the first week when she came home, did you guys decide separate rooms or how did that decision
Well, yeah, I just knew she's not going to bed when I go to bed. She's not. She's a night owl. She's a comedian too,
Yeah.
and she's very loud. And she's recently started snoring in the last year of our relationship, very loudly and not rhythmically at all.
Oh, no.
Does anybody
Yeah.
snore quietly? I've never heard of.
Well, and I snore, so I feel. But I have a CPAP. I'm full on. I'm full on Bane when I go. When I go down, I go into the cryogenic tube, and she just started snoring. And I'm a light sleeper, and she's not. It's not fair to her, but it is what it is. Like I can't handle it, so I would get up and move to the couch. So she's giving me a reprieve from that, I think, and also just she's up. But it's nice on Saturdays.
It's nice on Saturdays.
She
Yes.
comes in and I'm like, I got nothing to do. You're not keeping me. If you keep me up, there's no ramifications.
Yeah, I like those Fridays and Saturdays where we go to bed. together. When the moment is right, you could be ready faster. The FDA has authorized the first over-the-counter topical gel for erectile dysfunction. So a clinical trial showed the gel worked within minutes and provided performance similar to ED pills. Your Viagra's, your Cialis's. So the miracle drug is called Eroxon.
Eroxon.
Get outta here.
Eroxon.
I was in hopes as erectoplasm.
Eroxon.
Erectoplasm.
So it's already available in the UK. 4 doses. 4 doses for $30. It's pretty good. Analysts predict Eroxon could be available on U.S. shelves by 2025.
How much research has gone into erectile dysfunction just across the world? I feel like
You want to know?
I feel like dudes have 1,000 options for erectile dysfunction. However, when women go through menopause and things start to dry up, there's literally no research or ability to help with that at all. And
Aquaphor.
what?
Lube.
I'm just putting this out there as a woman who's a
There's
heterosexual.
plenty of lubricant.
I'm really sick of
There's
hearing about
plenty
your
of
ED
lubricants.
and get me prepared for what's going to happen to me in about
Just get a little spray
40
bottle
more
like
years.
you use to keep cats off the counter.
That's
That's not going to help anything.
good to go.
Just give it a spritz and go in.
Don't come at me with your spray bottles and your
There's
lubricants.
plenty of lubricants.
No,
Yeah.
doesn't make a difference. Trust me. I've talked to people going through the change, painful sex, all sorts of stuff happening, and I don't look forward to any of it.
And there's
Yes.
nothing out there for it?
And the research on the vagina in general has been so minimal, which is really disturbing.
Not true. I've been doing hardcore research.
Since I was
Most of
about
my
12 or
adult life.
13.
Anyway, back to you.
It is a crazy industry. When I did my thesis for my graduate degree, it was about who would pay for nationalized health care and just erectile dysfunction pills, just like the 3 biggies, Levitra, Cialis, and Viagra. It was like a $14 billion a year industry
yeah.
with a
Here
B.
we go.
That's just for 3 things that solve erection problems. Mm-hmm. That's how much the drug companies were making yearly.
Dude,
And they do not pay into the system, by
just
the
to
way.
give you like a glimpse. So like endometriosis, which is something that women can develop, which is extremely painful.
Very painful from what I hear.
Terrifying. Okay. Lots of people have it. There is no research. There is no way to, we'll burn it off. Okay. That's literally as far as we've come on that. And it's, as a woman, it's really scary. You guys get everything as far as the research. How do we get the penis to stay erect? That's been the focal point of medical research from the sexual organs division from the beginning of time.
Nobody's doing any research
They
on
have
anything
female
else.
Viagra.
It doesn't look like that. No, it does not. Trust me. I go to the gyno, and if I have any sort of, it's like
Maybe the
they
scientists
just
are
take a
just
guess.
having a problem cracking the
They
code.
just get a bag out. They go, let's see. Oh, it's probably this, and they hand you a prescription.
Maybe
What?
Scientists are nerds. They can't find the clitoris, for one thing,
Right.
let alone.
Excuse me. I found it yesterday.
Excuse me, we've done vast research and it's actually a myth.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it maybe a money thing?
There's plenty of money to be made in female gynecology and everything that you need. We
a
need to
word?
know how that works.
Gynecology. That may be a word.
asking.
I'm not
Let's say,
sure.
the endometriosis stuff, I know it's not cheap, but I know the best of the best doctor here in town. If any ladies are struggling with that,
So Scott knows.
yeah,
things about-
my wife just had surgery with all that stuff.
See, oh my heart
But
goes out to her.
he's advancing into technologies with all this. He's progressing
All right.
in that.
They do have female
Share his info with the
Viagra.
world.
Yeah, I've seen
To be
that.
fair, Pfizer did, I believe, came up with female Viagra. I don't know what the difference is.
I want to know if gynecology is a word.
Gynecology.
You're just gonna
Isn't
have
it
to
a
wait to find
plant?
out. I'm not going to look it up.
plant?
Going in the Riz dictionary.
Yep, gynecology.
Is that a native plant?
The study.
That's just the overall umbrella of.
Gynecology is a study of the vagina's
vagina.
brain. Write that down.
Anybody ever take an ED pill for fun?
No, I had a friend do it for fun, and I forget which one. It wasn't Viagra. It was, I guess, what's the other one?
Cialis?
Yeah, I think so. And I think he was talking about it for like a weekend or something.
Yeah, I
Which-
got a buddy who
which
keeps
freak-
trying to push it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which freaked me out because I mean, this was years and years ago, and I thought it was like, dude, you shouldn't be taking that if it's not prescribed to you. It freaked me out. I was like, dude, that's gonna mess you up. And he's
Me
like,
too.
no,
Like,
brother,
so
no.
I got a
We
buddy.
did
He's
it.
like, man, I got a prescription. He goes, if you want one, man, he goes, it's great.
Well, Blue
I
Chew.
said, I don't need it.
Blue Chew came out, and I remember this is back a few years ago when I was working on Mornings on Keishi with you, man. You can ask them about this on Wednesday. They had a Blue Chew off. Carl the intern and John Hewlett had a Blue Chew off the day I was gone, where they took the Blue Chew and allegedly had
Wore sweatpants.
and wore sweatpants with each other
Yes, dude.
and had this whole experience on the air. So, and
I'm not going to ask about that because I don't want to. I don't want to know anything about that.
Oh, I do.
Is Blue Chew like
That's funny.
legit, or is that like over the counter?
I think it's like an over the
That
counter.
sounds for, like
Was-
a dog.
It seems like
that's having-
gas
was-
station, like
Yeah.
horny goat
Yeah,
weed.
with ginseng.
I worked at a gas station for a long time, and guys would come in and like look around and be like, "I'll take some of that horny goat weed, dog."
Yeah, no, I've always been scared too because I read up on it like
If-
something wrong can happen.
yeah, and if everything's working correctly, I don't think you need to mess with that.
Well, I think you guys
right.
are dumb, and then I've done it several times and
What?
had a good time.
Oh,
Really.
Yeah, first time though, I took 100 milligram Viagra. Don't start there. My buddy had a prescription. He goes, "Take one of these and just see."
But
how
does
your
it make
lady
it feel
feels."
better?
or is
For
it
who?
just duration?
It's just
Is it a
your-
duration thing?
And I think yes, it doesn't mess with duration necessarily, but there's a difference. But 100 milligrams is a lot. I felt like I got tunnel vision because all my blood vessels in my eyes were like.
Gerald says
My
Rafe
girlfriend
was,
at the time was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But I think it also like you can recover faster.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if you want to go all night.
Gerald says Rafe was pole vaulting in the bedroom.
Yeah. Because if you go to Mexico, like you go to a resort, they sell it like at the.
No, really?
Oh yeah, because it's over the counter there.
Wow.
Like Viagra is over the counter. You don't need a prescription.
Well, if you don't need a prescription, then go for it.
Yeah,
I've always
when
been
you're down
scared to.
south.
I know. I was nervous for my friend. And he's like, "No, man, it was great.
Yeah,
It was great." He was talking about the.
you guys are too
So
worried.
this
I
whole
mean, it's
weekend-
not like it's not crack cocaine. You're not like gonna.
What if I get
one
addicted
hit?
to
I
it?
might get addicted,
No,
dude.
but I don't know any of the science behind it. And Scott's right. Like I thought, like, oh, what if? I mean,
Just a vasodilator.
I know, but I just thought like if it's something in the brain where like I'm leaking a ton of serotonin and all that, is it gonna make it more difficult naturally after
Yeah.
that? I don't want to
fine.
spike nothing and be like.
If it's a one-off
Where'd it
thing,
go?
I guess I don't know. I've always been. Then I look at the side effects. I'm like, what if I have an erection that lasts more than 8 hours?
You would.
Am I going to go to a Mexican doctor?
Yes, you would.
Like I got to wear a bathing suit later. What's
It
going
ain't
to
like
happen?
that though, man. You don't just like walk around. You don't just instantly.
No,
No, you don't just like instantly just get rigid and then just walk around pitching a tent all day. Like you still have to be like sexually stimulated. But I will say, don't start with the 100 milligram. That's my unprofessional, unsolicited, nobody listened to me opinion. But shouldn't be paranoid about it.
Well, Stephen on the instant feedback says, Learn, please stop thinking all research and studies prioritize men. ED pills were found by accident.
Look, I'm just saying, it seems a little lopsided in the research bubble of things. It seems like, because that's all you hear. You never hear anything about suppositories to help women through menopause. And it's the same thing. Like, we get older, our sex drives will go away. Things actually physically start happening to a woman. And from what I understand, as a society, we are not promoting that on the radio as often as you hear about ED drugs. And I'm saying, it takes two to tango.
By the way, he told you to calm down.
I'm lit up. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started when I need those drugs, too. Imagine that. You hate me
You should
now.
just come up with a product.
I wish I could. I'm not
Great
smart
branding.
enough.
Learn.
And by the
move.
way, what were they trying to
Run
figure
loose.
out when
Writes
ED
itself.
medicine was accidentally discovered? How'd that happen?
Yeah,
It was something to help with headaches or something, right?
I think it was heart medicine.
And just gave everybody boners?
Well, it's a vasodilator, which is in a lot of heart medicine, which it opens up your blood vessels to get better blood flow. So I think, I could be wrong, and I'm sure there'll be an email to let me know, but I think that it started in the heart medication department, and they were like, hey, check this side effect
Well,
out. The
you
side
want-
effect became the desired effect.
Uh-huh. You want to talk penis? Here we go.
Okay.
Stock it.
Men are paying $70 for a 3-page professional evaluation of their penis.
3 pages.
Yep, a 3-page professional evaluation of their penises.
So what do? You submit a picture.
where they are assessed on criteria from length to aesthetics, like
Nice aesthetic down there.
has a look.
cool hat.
The website Aeronite doesn't hold back to spare anyone's feelings.
So it's Arrow Rocks and Arrow Night.
Aeronite.
Like this company's-
Eronite. They advertise their service as a, quote, well-founded and honest evaluation, which could be tough at times. So there's a 5-member jury that evaluates a man's lower region based on 8 criteria.
Member jury.
And those criteria
Nice.
are thickness, length, shape, veins, aesthetics, glands, pubic hair, and testicles.
That seems like more than 5.
Well, I said 8 different criteria.
Oh, 8 criteria, 5 people.
5. It's a 5-member jury.
I feel like there should be an expert in each category. There should be a vein guy.
Yeah.
There should be a gland girl.
Where's the vein guy?
the jewelry?
Call in the vein guy.
Get the vein guy on this.
His name is Victor. Victor the vein guy.
Now, why would we need this?
Well, those
Kind of proving your point a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have
We're at this website
Well,
now?
our participant will get a 3-page certificate costing $70 with the option to add a seal for an extra $20.
What? You can frame it.
So those seeking an evaluation must send in their, quote, best pictures as well as a self-assessment. Afterwards, for privacy reasons, they say all the pictures are deleted. The jury is headed by Aeronite's editor-in-chief, Mario Meyer. He's 47. And the other members are 2 authors, a psychologist, and a dominatrix.
Oh, good. At least one professional on that board. Good. So what would you so dudes, you want to do this? Like
They
you
said
send it
that
in and get what?
Most men are overconfident in how they believe their appearance looks. The guy, the editor-in-chief says, I think they're hoping for a good rating. You often see that in a self-assessment. It's almost never realistic. Most of them absolutely overestimate themselves. So they've evaluated the dongs of more than 150 men so far,
Okay.
majority of whom have wanted their certificate to hang on the wall.
Yes, of course. What I mean, as a man, like doing this, you just want to like make sure things are looking okay down there. Like you are not getting
I don't
any
know why you would
feedback.
do this.
Need
Oh,
a
it's for your ego, man.
business card.
Yeah, it's for your ego. You put it next to your master's degree, and you have like, look at that. Look what I achieved. Look what I
Says here
scored.
you went to Cornell, and what's this one? Oh, that one? That's the officially sealed 8 categorically checked rating of my penis. B+.
Yeah, see, I dropped a point or 2 here, but I'm in the 90th percentile over here.
So they would say, like, hey, shave yourself. Make it look more presentable. Mm-hmm. So this is the thing you could do for $70.
You do know the presentation is key.
Presentations, you eat with your eyes first. Am I right? What? What?
What are we doing?
What is happening?
Oh, man.
I mean, can't you just ask?
I just
your
don't want you
partner?
looking at my chicken tender before it's cooked. You know what I mean?
I
yeah,
get you.
yeah. Presentation is key.
Gotcha.
You know, back to the money thing, man. Like, is it an interest thing? Are they catering to men because fewer men lose interest as the years go on, and women lose interest in a more regular way?
Of sex, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a stereotype.
I'm asking.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm just saying. I think, like, as far as the research, you mean? Like, I don't know. I think that
This article said that 50% of women after their 50s are interested in sexual activity.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe it's because of the physical problems that women will develop through menopause. Because, I mean, in my opinion, if it hurts having sex, I don't want to have sex anymore. Sadly,
I would.
if your penis hurt, you would still want to get crazy.
I've done it.
All right, he is the exception.
No,
I had sex
no.
when I had COVID.
Yeah, guys
A
will.
psychopath.
Right.
Guys
I
will
think
power
that is
through.
the issue. Is we just live. Men are obsessed with their penises. That's the real.
Well, clearly, there's a website.
And they know it. They know the market knows that. We live in a phallic society. I can see 9 penises looking out the window right now. That radio tower, those telephone poles, that sign, every building,
Everything looks like a
the
penis.
freaking Washington Monument,
Yeah, every tool has a name.
World Trade One. These are just monuments to the penis.
I think people are losing out on money because women care about everything going
I
on
agree.
down there. It's a mystical place, as we know in society.
I agree with you.
I just think that, I think the physical part of getting older has made women out to be, they don't want to do anything when they're 65 or whatever. And that sucks because I think it's just a physical problem, just like ED, and there needs to be more attention dealt to down there. For
I
the
agree.
ladies.
I'm hoping scientists are on it.
Me too.
It's the same way I feel like the inverse of that is men should take more interest in like eye products. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
beauty products. They're not marketed to men.
And you
We're
got
marketed
bags under
below
your
the
eyes.
waist. You guys get marketed above the waist. We
Right.
need to flip the script.
Yeah.
Men need to start caring about their heads up here,
Right.
and we need to start caring about what's going on downstairs with the ladies, because where are you going to put that B+ penis? You know what I mean?
I get it, Rafe.
I'm
Thanks for
supportive.
breaking it down.
The more you know.
It's difficult to dive into the dating scene when you're a single parent. You have less freedom to spend nights out on the town, and you have to sell somebody else on yourself and a parenting in progress situation. But that's a perk for some people. A new survey from Dating.com shows that 60% of single women are open to dating single dads. And these women are less willing to put up with indecisiveness, uncertainty, and immaturity. So a single dad may be more likely to be stable and responsible and mature and are less likely to, quote, play games.
Hear me out. If I wasn't married to Tim and I was single, I would have no problem at all dating a single dad. Because I myself don't want to have kids, but I would love to share in that experience. Like, be a stepmom to somebody, I think would be so much fun. So, yeah, I think that's completely right on.
Yeah, I think that's...
New development. I think.
I would like to see the ages of women who feel this way.
Yeah.
Me too, because I bet Moon was a young dad. I was a young dad. I ran into women who did not. It was a deal breaker. And they would straight up tell you. Because I think a lot of people are like, that's a guy thing. Only men care if a woman has a baby. And I'm like, nah,
No, definitely not.
it was not.
But was it because maybe those women that you dated wanted to have their own children and maybe they felt
It
like
is a
they
thing, yeah.
couldn't
Maybe.
do that
And
with
do
you guys?
think,
Or
do you think Ted Lasso's switching us up at all or anything like that? Where it's a single dad that is on the market?
could be.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of pop culture things that are probably affecting you.
I went on a few dates, though, where I brought it up. And they were like, oh, yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Huh.
Okay.
All right, I guess we're done.
We were young. I mean, a lot of times it's young, so that's a lot of baggage for a young woman.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also think some women just straight up told me, like, it made them feel insecure because they wanted to have that first child experience with someone who was having their first child.
Yeah.
They didn't
And
want.
that's understandable, too.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, and when you're exiting
It's
a
a little
relationship,
shallow.
yeah, when you're exiting a relationship that you did not expect to exit, guys, I'm sure just like gals. I mean, I certainly did. I felt like, oh, well, this can be an uphill battle here, man. I got quote unquote baggage, and it's gonna be difficult. So those fears are legitimate on both sides.
Okay, yeah, it's a little shallow, but would you rather the honesty up front?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. 100%.
Honestly,
If you're
before
not
I paid for
interested
dinner,
yet,
would've been
you know, and to be honest, I'm not shaming anybody that's not interested in that. You're interested in what you feel is good for your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Just tell me right
I
away.
didn't take it personally. I just
No,
like,
yeah, not at all.
I was just like, you're not even gonna try, like, check it out. You might have fun.
Listen, but when you do find that right person, then you guys, as a couple, go out and get one of these. When you find that one true love,
When you find the right person, when they look past the shallow fact that you're a young mom or a young father, or you have dried up lady parts or need to put some sort of cream on your penis in order for it to work, you go out and you get yourself the sex toy of the week. Bang & Bench Extreme Sex Stool. $129.95 at ExtremeRestraints.com.
That's like
I also drew your names on this one, like who I thought was who.
Oh my God.
that's like
Moon's
McAfee.
on top, Riz on
Yes.
bottom, and King Scott's over to the side pitching the product.
yeah, if you ever watch the John McAfee documentary.
Yeah, McAfee
and
would
he-
have loved that.
And he talks about the hammock.
Yeah. We're in it. Bang & Bench Extreme Sex Stool. Bounce up and down while you control the fun. Enjoy a solo pleasure session. Put on a show for your lover or get pleasured by them from below. The Bang & Bench gives you a springy seat to ride on while you use your toy or your partner's face. You have complete control of every thrust and grind. The included strap-on harness allows you to attach your favorite dildo, or if it has a suction cup base, you can connect it directly to the red razor bar. Remove the bar entirely to straddle your plaything's head. This stool is easy to assemble, made of durable materials, and discreetly slides under the bed or into a closet when not in use. Note, dildo not included, max weight 250 pounds. Well, I'm out. Crush somebody's head in this thing. Tina gets onto there. She have to go to Nyack. All right, reviews. Got 3 reviews for you of the Bang & Bench Extreme Sex Stool. Review number 1. Best cost-effective play furniture I've ever seen. Makes playtime so much more enjoyable. My lady can take so much more and has so much fun riding, bouncing, grinding, and playing.
While, and playing.
While fulfilling her every desire. I could hear my boss telling me to edit in real time. Yes. Left a little bit out of that. Kind of sounds like the beginning of Captain Kangaroo if you think about it. Riding, bouncing, grinding, playing. All right, anyway. Wish there was a second toy slot, though, as she loves riding 2 at the same time.
Wow.
5 stars. Nice. Review number 2. I became tired of using a metal folding chair.
Oh, my God.
So the suction cup on my fake dongs would stick but slide around. So I thought I'd give this bench a try. I absolutely love it. It's comfortable to use, easy to grip onto, and be hands-free. There's so many different positions and possibilities are endless. But most importantly, the orgasmic feeling I have the whole time I'm riding my Bang Bench is what really makes me get there. Well, that and the fake dong. Great purchase. Glad I bought this toy for myself. Mark, 5 stars. Congrats, Mark. And this is probably my favorite review I saw. It was the only bad review of the entire thing. Spent 2 hours putting it together. Strapped on a 10-inch toy. My wife took one look at it and said, "You must be out of your goddamn mind." 1 star, Patrick S.
Aw.
Poor
Didn't even have to
Patrick.
Try it out. But
Yeah.
what does that have to do with the actual
I know. I love
device?
that he gave it 1 star because his wife didn't like it.
Yeah. That's not the toy's fault.
Right.
And
It's your
that's
wife's fault.
4.7 stars. He brought it way down.
He did bring it down.
Dang it.
There you go. That's the Bang & Bench, the Extreme Sex Stool.
You work so hard to make everybody happy.
And you can't.
There's
and then
all
you
one
got
in every
Patrick.
crowd.
Then you got Patrick out there. 1 star Patrick. That's the sex toy of the week.